We continue exercise 7.10 or definite integration. In the last video we discussed question number 6. Now let us see question number 7. Integration -1 to 1, limit from -1 to 1 dx upon x square plus 2x plus 5. -1 to 1 limit integration dx upon x square plus 2x plus 5. So we make the square form of the denominator. So this can be written at -1 to 1 integration dx upon x square is written as x the whole square plus, since the term containing x is positive, so there must be formula used, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So a square plus 2 into a, the value of a is x. And what should be the value of b is taken, so that after solving we get the result 2x. So the value of b should be taken 1, because 2x into 1 we get 2x. Then we write b square, and the value of b we have taken 1. So b the square means 1 the square, and 1 square we get 1, and there must become constant term, there should be 5. So what should be added in 1 to get 5? So 4 be added in 1 to get 5. Now this expression becomes integration -1 to 1 and dx upon first 3 terms can be written as x plus 1 the whole square, and this 4 can be written as 2 the whole square. Now this is the form dx upon x square plus a square, and in such a form we will have to put x plus 1 equals to t. So put x plus 1 equals to t and differentiate both sides with respect to x. So differentiation of x is 1, differentiation of 1 becomes 0, and differentiation of t is dt by dx. And by cross multiplication we get dx equals to dt. Then change the limit. So for lower limit put x equals to -1, and we get the value of t equals to 0. So lower limit becomes, when x equals to -1, lower limit. So at x equals to -1 we get t equals to 0, and this is the lower limit, t equals to 0. Then at x equals to 1, upper limit, at x equals to 1 put the value of x equals to 1, so we get t equals to 2. So the upper limit comes to be 2 and the lower limit is 0. Now this expression is written as integration. Limit has been changed. At the place of lower limit we write 0, and at the place of upper limit we write 2. And dx is equals to dt upon x plus 1 is t, so t square and plus 2 the whole square. Now use the formula integration dx upon x square plus a square. Its integral is 1 by a tan inverse x by a, means t by 2, and limit from 0 to 2. Limit from 0 to 2 then put the limit. So 1 by 2, upper limit, we take 2, t equals to 2, so tan inverse 2 by 2 minus tan inverse, at the place of t we put 0. So 1 by 2 and tan inverse 2 by 2, it becomes tan inverse 1 and tan inverse 0 is 0. So 1 by 2 into tan inverse 1 is written as pi by 4. The result we get pi by 8. This is the final result. Now let us see question number 8. Question number 8, integration 1 to 2. Limit from 1 to 2 and 1 by x minus 1 by 2x square. 1 by x minus 1 by 2x square and multiplied e raised to the power 2x dx. E raised to the power 2x dx. So in the first step, we expand the bracket. We separate the terms. So we will write integration from 1 to 2. 1 by x into e raised to the power 2x and dx. Then minus 1 by 2 is a constant term taken outside. Integration 1 to 2 and 1 by x square into e raised to the power 2x and dx. So 1 by x is written as x raised to the power minus 1 and e raised to the power 2x dx minus 1 by 2 integration 1 by x square is written as x raised to the power minus 2 and e raised to the power 2x and dx, and limit from 1 to 2. Now in both the expression we will solve one expression and other will be kept as it is. So in both the expressions we have two terms. So we will have to use the integration by parts. And in both the functions, in both the expressions, there are two functions. One is algebraic and another is exponential. And algebraic function would be taken as the first function and exponential is taken as the second function. And we know that the first function is always differentiated, and the differentiation of x raised to the power minus 1. This is minus 1 into x raised to the power minus 2. And here x raised to the power minus 2 is available. So we solve the first expression by parts, integration by parts, in which we take x raised to the power minus 1 as the first function and e raised to the power 2x as the second function, and we left this expression as it is. So let it first function and this is as second function. So first function means x raised to the power minus 1 into integration of second function. So integration of e raised to the power 2x and dx. First function into integration of second function. Then Finally, we will put the limit minus integration differentiation of first. So differentiation of x raised to the power minus 1. It gives minus 1 into x raised to the power minus 2. So first function into integration of second minus integration differentiation of first into integration of second. So integration of e raised to the power 2x is e raised to the power 2x upon 2 and dx. And this expression would be written as it is. So minus 1 by 2 integration from 1 to 2 and x raised to the power minus 2 and e raised to the power 2x and dx. Now integrate e raised to the power 2x. So we get x raised to the power minus 1. Integration of e raised to the power 2x is e raised to the power 2x upon 2 and limit from 1 to 2. Then minus minus it becomes plus. Integration 1 to 2 x raised to the power minus 2 and e raised to the power 2x and 1 by 2 is taken outside by integration. 1 by 2 and there is plus and e raised to the power 2x dx and minus 1 by 2. This expression would be written 1 to 2 x raised to the power minus 2 and e raised to the power 2x dx. So this is plus and minus, like terms gets cancelled and we get I equals to x raised to the power minus 1. It can be written as 1 by x and 1 by 2 taken outside. So it becomes e raised to the power 2x upon x raised to the power minus 1 is written as 1 by x and limit from 1 to 2. Then we put the limit. So 1 by 2 e raised to the power 2x and the value of x we have to put 2. So e raised to the power 4 upon the value of x. The value of x 2 minus we put lower limit. So e raised to the power 2 upon 1. Then take LCM inside the bracket. E raised to the power 4 minus 2 into e raised to the power 2. So from numerator e raised to the power 2 is taken common. So it becomes e raised to the power 2 minus 2 upon 4. So this is the result. Now question number 9. Integration limit from 1 by 3 to 1. Integration lower limit 1 by 3, upper limit 1, x minus x cube. X minus x cube raised to the power 1 by 3. X minus x cube all raised to the power 1 by 3 upon x raised to the power 4 dx. So from numerator we take x cube as common. From the numerator we take x cube as common. Limit 1 by 3 to 1 and inside the bracket from numerator we take x cube as common. So x divided by x cube we get 1 by x square and minus 1 and whole raised to the power 1 by 3 upon x raised to the power 4 and dx. We have taken x cube as common inside the bracket. Now these two terms, x cube and the term containing bracket, both have the power 1 by 3, and these two terms be separated like limit from 1 by 3 to 1. X cube raised to the power 1 by 3, power gets multiplied. So 3 and these 3 gets cancelled and it remains x. Minus 1 by x square can be written as x raised to the power minus 2 minus 1 raised to the power 1 by 3 upon x raised to the power 4 and dx. So x4 and x, it gets cancelled. So we get integration limit from 1 by 3 to 1 and x raised to the power minus 2 minus 1 whole raised to the power 1 by 3 and upon x cube and dx. Now we put the term containing the bracket as t. So put x raised to the power minus 2 minus 1 equals to t and differentiate both sides with respect to x. So differentiation of x raised to the power minus 2 n into x raised to the power n minus 1. Differentiation of 1 is 0 and differentiation of t, this comes dt by dx. So we get x raised to the power minus 3 and dx equals to minus 1 by 2 and dt, and x raised to the power minus 3 can be written as dx upon x cube equals to minus 1 by 2 and dt. So we get dx upon x cube equals to minus 1 by 2 and dt. Now we change the limit. So for lower limit at x equals to 1 by 3, at x equals to 1 by 3, put the value of x equals to 1 by 3. So the expression is t equals to x raised to the power minus 2 is written as 1 by x square and minus 1. And we have to find the lower limit, and for this we put the value of x equals to 1 by 3. So this becomes 1 upon 1 by 3 the square means 1 by 9 minus 1, and it becomes 9 minus 1 equals to 8. So the lower limit comes to be 8, and for finding the upper limit we put the value of x equals to 1 at this place. So t equals to 1 by 1 minus 1 means t equals to 0. So the upper limit we get 0 and the lower limit we get 8. Upper limit is 0 and upper limit is 0 and lower limit is 8. Now this expression can be written as I equals to integration. We have changed the limit. So lower limit is 8 and upper limit is 0. So from 8 to 0, and x raised to the power minus 2 minus 1, we have taken t. So t raised to the power 1 by 3 and dx upon x cube would be written minus 1 by 2 dt. So minus 1 by 2 taken outside the integral and dt. So minus minus 1 by 2 and integration of t raised to the power 1 by 3. So it gives t raised to the power 1 by 3 plus 1 upon 1 by 3 plus 1 and limit from 8 to 0. So this becomes minus 1 by 2 and t raised to the power 4 by 3 upon 4 by 3 and limit 8 to 0. So minus 1 by 2 and 1 upon 4 by 3 is taken outside and 1 upon 4 by 3 is written as 3 by 4 and t raised to the power 4 by 3 and limit from 8 to 0. Then this becomes 3 by 8 and upper limit, then it comes 0 minus lower limit, so 8 raised to the power 4 by 3 and outside there was minus 3 by 8. So minus 3 by 8 and minus 8 can be written as 2 raised to the power 3 whole raised to the power 4 by 3. Powers gets multiplied, 3 and 3 gets cancelled. So minus 3 by 8 into minus 3 and 3 cancel and 2 raised to the power 4, 16, 8 to the 16, minus minus plus, we get the result as 6. So 6 is the correct option, option A. Option A is the correct option. In answer sheet there is mistake. B is not correct option, but A is the correct option. In the book, in answer sheet there is mistake. Now question number 10. If f of x, fx equals to integral limit 0 to x t sin t, integration limit from 0 to x and t sin t, dt, then find f dash x, t sin t dt, then find the value of f dash x. Fx is given and we have to find f dash x, means differential coefficient of x. So firstly we will integrate this on by part, fx equals to on by part, t is taken as the first function, fx equals to 0 to x and t sin t and dt. So this would be integrated, taken as the first function and sin t as the second function. So first function means t into integration of second. Integration of sin t is minus cos t and limit from 0 to x. First function into integration of second minus integration limit 0 to x. d by dx of first, differentiation of t is 1 into integration of second minus cos t and dt. So we get minus t cos t and limit from 0 to x. Minus minus becomes plus. Integration 0 to x and cos t and dt. So minus t cos t limit from 0 to x and and integration of cos t is sin t. And limit from 0 to x. Then we put the limit. So upper limit x, x cos x minus lower limit when you put 0, the entire term becomes 0, plus sin x minus sin 0. So we get minus of x cos x and sin 0 is 0 and plus sin x. So the value of fx we get minus x cos x and plus sin x, which can be written as fx equals to minus x cos x and plus sin x. Then we have to differentiate. We have to find f dash x. So f dash x minus as it is. This expression would be differentiated on the form u into v. So u as it is. Differentiation of cos x is minus sin x plus v as it is. And differentiation of cos x is 1. And differentiation of sin x is cos x. Differentiation of sin x is cos x and minus x cos x, this would be differentiated on the form u into v, then remove the bracket, minus minus plus x sin x minus cos x and this plus cos x. So plus cos x minus cos x cancelled, and the result we get f dash x equals to x sin x. So the correct option is B. B is the correct option. In the next video we will do exercise 7.11, which is most important for examination point of view.